Hey, what up, guys? I was watching RZN's stream the other day, and while I was watching his stream, he opened up his macro window, and I found myself wanting to take a peek at them, and afterwards I found out that he had a link to show all his macros on his page, but when I looked at the list, I noticed he didn't have all of them posted, so mainly he had the basics, like Arena 123, Arena Focus 123, and Focus Blind 123. Now, my macros aren't extremely complicated. I could go in and make one button do 3 or 4 things, and I do have a couple like that, but I haven't strayed far from the days when I first started playing WoW. So I'm used to my binds, and I don't really see the point of changing unless I just needed more bar space, which at the moment I do not. I do have a list of my macros, binds, and add-ons and all that on the front of my YouTube page, but I thought I'd go over a few of my more helpful macros. So every rogue has a shadow dance macro, and it's something like this with a /cast shadow dance and an on-use trinket. Now if you're like me and you're spec'd into subterfuge, sometimes when you dance before the subterfuge ends, it will cancel your dance bar. I have a separate stealth bar, so I don't have to worry about this or bar lag anymore, but a quick fix for this for those of you who do have it is just to add /cancel aura subterfuge to your dance macro before the /cast shadow dance part. It's really simple and it'll take care of that. The next macro I want to go over is a gouge /focus sap macro. You might think this is stupid at first, but let me explain. So everyone is different, but I have all of my focus macros on alt binds, and alt is bound to my mouse, so it's fairly easy to use. However, when you're trying for focus sap, at times you have to be pretty quick, whether it be at the end of a CC before they get into combat again, or even on an opener when they're trying to get into combat so you can't sap. Anyhow, I didn't want my focus sap on an alt bind, so I made this macro. And before I get straight into it, however, I would like to show you how it works exactly. So as a rogue, our stances in macro form are 0, 1, 2, and 3. 0 is on stealth, 1 is stealth, 2 is vanish, and 3 is dance. Now in this macro, when I'm unstealth, it gouges like normal. But when I'm in stealth, vanish, or dance, it saps my focus target. Now you can make multiple macros like this to free up bar space. Like I said though, I'm pretty comfortable with how my bars are set up. However, if you need help with setting up multiple macros like this, I'd be glad to help. The next macro I want to show you is pretty simple also. So on my bars I used to have a stealth button, a smashable stealth macro, and with the, that won't bring you out of stealth once you get into stealth. And then I had a pre-med slice and dice macro. So it was 3 bars taken up. So what I did was put them all into one macro, and it freed up 2 bar slots. And it's just number sign, show tooltip, stealth, /cast no modifier stealth, cancel aura modifier stealth, /cast premeditation, and /cast slice and dice. It's really one of my favorite macros. Like it's just really simple and it works. So the next macro is a garrote stop attack macro. Now on mages, I used to sap and then garrote over sap like this, and then I would gouge and kidney, and it would almost always give me a 5-point kidney. Now since gouge no longer gives combo points, you can't really do that, but you could still garrote over sap and straight into a cheap shot. Now this would silence them so they can't blink, keep them in a sap until the garrote has ticked so they can't move, and also give you enough time to get a cheap shot off and possibly pull some energy. Now you could use it on any caster, so yeah, I mean it's pretty versatile macro. Another one is that I think is useful is my vanish sap macro. It's really simple. It's just /cast vanish and /cast sap. If you're in combat and you see another rogue or really any class coming towards you and you can't get stealth, what this will do is it'll vanish, and if you spam it, it'll also sap. So it's really good for catching rogues off guard, if they don't think you're going to vanish right away or whatever. The rest of my macros are pretty much just focus macros, target macros, and blind macros, all with tooltips that help me keep an eye on my cooldowns. One more thing I want to go over with you though is the ability stacking macros, like my stealth, pre-med, slice and dice macro. So let's make a backstab ambush macro. The first thing we want is the number sign show tooltip. And since neither ambush or backstab have a cooldown, you can use something more important like blind in its spot. So start off with number sign show tooltip blind, and then under that /cast bracket stance colon 0 for unstealth bracket space backstab, and then the next line will be /cast bracket stance colon 1/2/3 for stealth, banish, and shadow dance, then bracket space ambush. Now when you're unstealth, that macro will backstab, and when you're stealth, vanish, or dancing, it will ambush. So you can do this with almost any mixture of abilities. So if you make one, please post it here, or tell me about it. If you like this video, please like and fave, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Alright, peace.